The Gold Coast Marathon has been cancelled. Now what about the Olympics? Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your stein of coffee, and sadly the recent Gold Coast Marathon was cancelled. Here's the announcement. It's with the utmost regret that due to the 3-day lockdown that we just had, enforced by the Queensland Government to mitigate the spread of COVID-19, Events Management Queensland has been left with no choice but to cancel the Village Road Theme Park's Gold Coast Marathon. So which is a shame. And it must be getting even harder and harder for these events managers and organisers to make these events go on. Now, before we have a look at just the map and some of these other things, I want to draw attention to, well, a sponsorship. And today's sponsor is Freedom Friday, one of the shows that we have on the Twitch channel for HeiseSays. Go check it out. We have 2 shows, Freedom Friday and the HeiseSays show, where Rachel and I discuss different things every Monday. Last Monday, we looked at the Florida collapse, the condo collapse, and we ended up going through an engineer's report, which was very, very interesting and a little concerning, actually. And one thing, well, we mentioned was if you'd have a similar issue happening on the Gold Coast. So, the ongoing health risks, impact on workforce volunteers, disruptions to travel, and uncertainty ahead dictate drastic action to ensure there were no further threats to the health and well-being of participants, stakeholders, and the wider Gold Coast community. Well, what's the risk? The decision has not been made lightly, given the experience of the 2020 cancellation. So there you go. They've cancelled it 2 years running. And comes with heartfelt disappointment from the team at Events Management Queensland. We are working hard to provide options for your consideration tomorrow. Thank you for your understanding. And this is from a few days ago, obviously. The opportunity was missed. So let's have a look at where the marathon was to have run. I think they were looking at an option where you could run online or remote. So where did it start? I'm not sure where it started. But you can see, okay, there's the finishing line is at Broadwater Parklands, or is that the starting line? Is that the starting? Where's the starting? You have to do the whole thing. So it goes all the way down to Burleigh Heads. There you go. So you're turning here at First Avenue and all the way back. All the way back. That's interesting. Okay, you're going that way and you're going down that way. So you've got to do a loop. Just along the main road there, the Esplanade. There you go, up here, up to Southport, right across, all the way past Land's End Bridge. Okay. I used to fence in the mornings there in front of the Broadwater. It's great. Back years ago. All the way up, and they're stopping here. Okay, they're doing the turnaround. I think that's the pub there too. So there you go, guys. That's the marathon that unfortunately has been cancelled. And, well, the question I put to you all, what's going to happen with this Olympics? And I want to draw your attention to a poll or a petition that's been put towards Queensland Parliament. And this particularly aligns with the topic for this week's Freedom Friday about getting involved in politics, either at a local or at a state level. Often people will argue and be critical of things at a national level or even an international level, but the impacts on our day-to-day lives are local councils and state level. And I know some people are frustrated with actually being able to make a difference, but still, you've got to step up. So I thought I'd draw attention to this. Negative impacts on regional Queenslanders from a successful Brisbane 2032 Olympics. So, Queensland residents draw to the attention of the House the concerns of regional Queenslanders about the negative impacts on them of the Brisbane 2032 Olympics. Now, we recently had the Commonwealth Games down the Gold Coast as well, and it was dead. It was completely dead. I went to a weightlifting event, and there with a mate. He's legally blind, so he gets the special, the great tickets right at the front. And I was going to the pub, well, not the pub, where the tent, where you could pay a fortune for some beer. And there was no one there. It was just completely dead. I was driving around the Gold Coast, completely dead. Everyone had left the city. It was a complete failure. I don't know why anyone's talking it up. What extra tourism was there? All this money and time invested in hosting this Com Games. Was it worth it? And the same thing with the Olympics. How much money, energy, and time is spent and invested in these bloody things? They're just vanity projects for our politicians. Let another city host it. Come on. How often does all this money get thrown at these things and nothing ever manifests from it? It's just to show off. So, a successful Brisbane 2032 Olympics bid will cost billions in direct and indirect infrastructure that will likely experience large cost overruns, blowing out state debt, and will increase taxes and levies. Yep. Olympic investment will be concentrated in the southeast and gain priority over regional projects. Well, that's all there is to Queensland, just the southeast. Are there other parts to Queensland? That's how, if you go out of the southeast, people feel abandoned. That's why arguments are being made to cut the state in half and have another state for the northern half of Queensland. This priority and urgency will mean higher wages on Olympic projects, leading to a shift of skilled workers from regional Queensland to southeast Queensland, meaning slower regional population growth, consequences for regional public project funding, delays in regional projects, and slower regional home price growth or even declines. Oh no, we can't have house prices going down. We can't have that. Holding minor Olympic events in regional cities will not offset the negative consequences of the Brisbane Olympics. They will not compensate the regions for their enduring contribution to higher state debt, and they will not offset the net economic loss attributed to fewer skilled workers and population declines in regional Queensland locations. The Southeast Queensland Olympics will amplify inequality between regions in Southeast Queensland. Your petitioners therefore request the House do all within its powers to guarantee regional project delivery, regional skills retention, regional population retention, and implement programs to offset the net negative impacts on regions of the 2032 Brisbane Olympics. Regional Queenslanders demand a better deal. Well, I would suggest that the petition should be calling for an end to the 2032 Brisbane Olympic bid. Let's just, cancel it. Can we cancel it now? Can we say, no, sorry, COVID's been too tough. We've had our first recession in 28 years. Queensland is in a lot of debt. We can't afford it. 32 years, a decade away. What do you reckon? Is it just a vanity project? But good on Colin Dwyer for putting it forward, putting it to Parliament, and getting involved and stepping up. And these are the type of things that I think we should discuss on this week's Freedom Friday. You're free to call in. It's a call-in show, everyone. I should have mentioned that. So what are these solutions? Well, encouraging people to become politically active, everyone. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts and opinions and your suggestions for getting politically active in the comments down below. And I know there'll be some people that'll come out with the old chestnut, if voting made a difference, they'd make it illegal. That's kind of defeatist then. What's the point? And you can't get upset then if you feel so hopeless. I'd rather feel like we can make a difference, because then I can get upset and complain when we don't, because so many of the masses love that authoritarian jackboot on their throat. Or at least it feels like it. As always, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this one. If you're a fan and want to support us, there are a few ways you can. You can join the channel on YouTube or Patreon. Support us using SelfWealth or Stake. Use our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or AussieBroadband. Buy our merch from HeiseSays. Use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care, everyone. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.